Hey, besties. Welcome back. First of all, I apologize for my appearance. Um, I have to finish some orders, and I'm also still trying to finish up some stuff for my kids' graduation. So, y'all, I'm exhausted. And I figured, why not? While I'm doing my orders, why not bring my besties with me? Why not bring you guys with me? Why not just do it together? Oh my God, I'm looking a hot mess. Please forgive me. But why not bring you guys to here and just show you guys what I'm doing? Just bring you along the journey. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna try to sublimate, or I'm going to sublimate on a red shirt. Um, this is not normally done, or if it's done in different ways, like using glitter vinyl first and then going on top of it, or using those uh, pretty much the glitter vinyl, or the sublimation spray, the spray that the poly, what is it called, the I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna tell you what it's called later. I have some of those, some of the poly spray, or there's all types of different ways to sublimate on darker t-shirts. But for what I'm doing tonight, I'm gonna use glitter vinyl. So I'm gonna use white glitter, and I'm gonna sublimate on top of the white glitter. And I'm gonna be mixing sublimation along with just regular vinyl. Okay. So I've already lined up. This is just white glitter paper. I mean glitter vinyl. I've already lined it up, and I'm gonna press that on. Then I'm gonna show you what it looks like after I press it on. Then I'm gonna sublimate on top of it, and then I'm gonna add my regular vinyl. There's a lot going on. I know. But stay with me, okay? We're gonna get through it. So I'm gonna put Teflon paper on top of my glitter, and I'm gonna press. My heat press is at 400 only because I use that for sublimation and I don't feel like changing it. So I'm gonna keep it at 400, but I'm gonna do it for like 15 seconds, just so I don't burn the glitter vinyl. Okay. All right, here we go. And remember, you always have to press first for about 5 minutes. 5 seconds, 5 to 8 seconds to take out the moisture that's in the garment. All right, here we go. All right. So I'm only gonna press this for about 15 seconds. Again, the heat is so high that I have it on 400, and normally you put it about 315, 330 for about 30 seconds. So I'm only gonna do it for about 25 seconds. Okay. All right, here we go. And it actually started, the heat is so high, it started melting a little bit. All right, but it did what we wanted it to do. So here we go. See, all it is white. So what I'm gonna do, you see, because my heat was so hot, you see that little line right there? Do you see it? You see a little line right there? Because it was starting to melt because it's so hot. So I probably should do this for like 20 seconds or 15 seconds. But either way, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sublimation, my image, which is my little baby. My baby's graduating from kindergarten. So I'm putting her image. Now I'm going to put it down on top of here, and I'm going to sublimate it. And then I'm going to go around and add the vinyl. Okay? Okay, so if you followed me before, you know that anytime that you're sublimating, you want high heat, and the time depends on the item that you're sublimating on. You also want to use butcher paper on top of your sublimation to ensure that none of the ink bleeds out. So I'm going to go ahead and put my image on, and then I'm going to use, again, I used A-sub paper to print on, and then I'm going to use some tape. I don't really need tape, but I'm going to put some tape anyways, and then press at 400 for 60 seconds, okay? All right, here we go. Just put this on. And where is the tape? All right, all I'm doing is putting on my heat resistant tape. And the thing is with this, when you're sublimating on glitter, you want to make sure that you line your picture up pretty good. So a good rule of thumb is to make your picture wider than the surface. Okay, I am using heat resistant tape on all 4 corners. That's to make sure that my image does not ghost. And ghosting is basically does not lift and create like a shadow. I'm going to go ahead and put my butcher paper on, and then I'm going to go ahead and press down. At 400 for 60 seconds. All right, I'm going to lift it up. I have 5 seconds left, and I don't want to beat. So that came up a little easy, so it tells me it wasn't enough pressure. So hopefully it did the job. And looking at it, it looks like it did the job. So we'll go ahead and toss this to the floor. We don't want to use that because the ink that's soaked through will come off on any other garment that we're using. And wow, it's not perfect. I see some mistakes, especially like around the lining, but here is the picture on the garment. So like you see these sides, this is what I was talking about. Make sure that it is lined up absolutely perfectly in order to get that picture. But again, this is for me, it's for my daughter, so it works for the purpose, okay? So now we're gonna do the vinyl pieces. Sorry, I forgot to show y'all how I cut it out. So this is just basically gonna go around the image. I'm just making sure, I'm just aligning to make sure I get it nice and straight. Ow. Oh, guys, make sure you get some heat resistant gloves. I do that all the time. Never fails, every time. All right. I think that looks good. Now I'm going to use just a Teflon sheet, cover it, and press for about, actually, before I use the Teflon sheet, because remember, it's still sublimation and the ink will leak onto your Teflon sheet, and you don't want that. So I'm going to put paper down on top, then put my Teflon sheet, because your Teflon sheet you use over and over and over, so you don't never want to use it when you're doing sublimation. This is mostly for when you're doing vinyl, because if the ink leaks, soaks into the Teflon sheet, it's ruined. There's nothing you can do to get it out. And I actually want to put more reinforcement just to make sure it doesn't not on my Teflon sheet. All right, I'm going to press this again. My heat press is on 400, and I'm lazy, and I do not want to turn it down. But I'm going to press it at 400 for about 20 seconds. That should be good. All right, here we go. Normally you do it on about 315 for about 30 seconds. Here we go. All right. So again, that's just me being lazy and don't want to adjust my heat press. I might have to adjust it again, and I don't want to do that. So take this off. I could technically use this again because it did not soak through. So I have to let this cool off because the vinyl that I have is a cold peel and it's hot. So what I did realize is that I did not weed. Haha. So you see that? So what happened just now, right? Is I pressed the garment, and then when I looked at it, I realized that I missed that the center of the E, I didn't weed it. And because this is a cold peel, it was still very hot. So I was able to pick it up, take the center that I missed out, and then put it back down. So I'm going to let it cool because we still have another part to do. So once this cools, we're going to press it one more time, and then we should be good to go. All right, y'all. Now I know I'm tired, and I know tonight is the night. So, because the heat was so high, I kind of burned it a little bit in different little places. So I don't suggest you do that. I actually went ahead and switched to my cricut press, and I'm gonna use that to finish the rest. Again, this is only for me. I know you can't really see it on the camera, but I know where I like up here, I see some little issues. So it's for me, it's my shirt, so it's okay. But just make sure if you're doing these for other people and you're selling it, make sure you don't take shortcuts. Make sure you do it correctly, because it is your brand and it is your business, so you want it to be good. So once my heat press get up, oh, there it goes, at 315, I'm going to add the other piece, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let's see if you can see my heat press, the smaller one. Okay. So here we go. So I'm going to be adding this and this, and then I'll be done. So we're going to press this at 315 for 30 seconds. And while we're talking, what I don't like about the Cricut heat press is that you have to actually put some pressure on it. And then it does not seem to keep the heat. Like once you press the start button, like you set your timer or you set your temperature and you press the start button, it seems to fluctuate with the heat. I do not like that because I feel like it's taking away the consistency of the press. By the way, I have it on there. And all right, and then now I'm going to do the last piece. And then I will show you guys what it looks like. All right, here we go. 315 for 30 seconds. You could do 330 for 30 seconds as well, but I have it on 315. And if you're using your Cricut press, again, make sure you give it, you know, a little bit of pressure for it to be great. All right, we're almost there. All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead and take that off. Cool. All right, and the last thing in this process is you want to flip your shirt over on the back side and press for about 15 seconds. And what this does, it allows your, how do you say it? It allows the design to push all the way through, I guess. Not sure how to explain it, but per Cricut and other guidance is they say flip it over, press for a little bit, and then that should seal your design. So that's all I'm gonna do. And that's it, guys. We are done. Let's see how our design came out. Voila. So it says, proud mom of a 2021 graduate. I think it's amazing. Again, I see this piece right here, this imperfection right here. And I could actually just take a piece of, cut another piece of blue paper and put it on there just to kind of get it to not look so crazy. But I think I'm okay with it. I love it. And thank you guys for watching. See you later.